Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Here we have a residential application. Let's go ahead and look at the dimensions that we have here. I have a ceiling height of 10 feet and dimension-wise about 12.9. It could be 12 to this inside edge. I have these at 9 by 9. Also 19 and 7 5/8. 19 feet 7 5/8 to from this point here to this point over here. I think that's going to be pretty close to accurate. There's a doorway here, a doorway over here, and they both swing inside the home. And then we have a glass doorway here that slides to the left here, I believe. So you can see right away I have two of the Infratech heaters at 9-foot centers. The reason for that is for this fan. I have this fan at 5'2", the diameter. So we want to be aware of the clearances from the side of the heater. The clearance from the side of the heater is 19 inches from the bottom edge to the outside edge. And one important thing to note is if I was to, let's say, move this fan up and have it at the same elevation as the bottom edge of these blades are at the bottom edge of this heater, then the clearance changes. I can physically move the heater closer to meet up to this 6-inch clearance. So something just to keep that in mind, depending on what type of fan you have and what's the diameter of the fan as well, the diameter of the blades. So let's just put that back for right now. Oops, let's see if I can do that right. There we go. And just keep that in mind. Anything else with regards to the structure? Oh yes, we have the lighting up here. So we don't want to cover the lights with the physical heater itself. So, you know, the clearances aren't going to affect the physical output of the light. But if I move the heater over, obviously, it could cause that light to have a shadow onto the area that you want to occupy. Now, I've placed a table and chairs here. That could be this seating area could be a different seating area. Also, this is the second floor, so this is also possible that I'm going to turn that off too. It's also possible that it could be on a bluff or have a situation where wind might be an issue. So electric heaters are a better option in an environment like that. Gas heaters can also be used up here. However, if it's windy, the gases get blown around. So you may or may not want to utilize the heaters or the gas heaters. And then also I have these surface mounted. You could also flush mount these. If the clearance above has enough room, you need 8 inches of clearance above with the flush mounting kit that Infratech has built. So that's about it. And so let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. Footprint of heat is roughly a 10 by 12 footprint on each individual heater. Let's see if I have that here. I have it at 9 feet. I usually like to go a little bit less than the manufacturer states because I know that the outer edge is rounded, so there's about 6 more inches on either side here, and then of course 12 feet this direction, but again it's about another foot of rounded edge here. So yeah, I have it at 11 by 9, and for that, you know, I have it centered within the. Actually, I've centered it off the lights here. So I used a center point here and then a center point here for the fan, and then I put the heaters themselves centered off that fan. So let me turn that off as well. So these are 6,000 watt units, 240 volt, 25 amps. And the input, or there's actually a J box on top of the heater. I know this customer wants to install these heaters or pre-install the wiring, so there's a J box that you could either flip from this side to this side, however you choose to do that. So whichever side you want to have your electrical come out to make contact, here or over here, it doesn't really matter. You just flip the heater one way or the other. So that's the footprint of a 6,000 watt unit. Let's go ahead and look at the other option here. I think I have. Let's see. Let's turn that off and we'll put that on. So these would be, and sorry my brackets came off here somehow, but in any case this would be the same exact dimension of the heater itself. However, it's a single element, 4,000 watt, and as you can see here, the footprint is very similar. However, the ray doesn't travel down as far as the 6,000 watt does, and mounted at 10 foot high, you might want to consider the 6,000 watt unit and maybe a control system, maybe not a control system. You could do a duplex switch. I know the customer wants to put the switches over here on this wall here or over in this corner somewhere, and duplex switch would allow the 6,000 watt to run at 3,000 each or 6,000 watts each. 4,000 watt units is perfectly acceptable. It's just the fact that you know, the height of this mount, and definitely if you went up to a flush mount inside the ceiling here, then you're going to go up another 9.5 inches roughly, and this footprint is going to be even higher as far as its acceptable footprint of heat. But the footprint itself is very similar as far as the ray itself. So as the heater's ray travels through space, it travels and makes contact with any solid objects, human being a solid object as well. But the 6,000 is more powerful, made for a higher elevation, and made to make the higher mounting more comfortable at the normal seating height when it's mounted at, say, 10 feet off the ground or higher. So in any case, there's the plan for this particular application. Now, if this seating is completely different, let's say it's all like an L-style seating or just chairs along the perimeter, we might consider putting something else in here or placing heaters more closely to the perimeter of this patio. But for something like this, this would be a perfect application. So I'm Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, please send us an email to support@PatioHeat.com. And if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section. We answer every comment as fast as possible. And a thumbs up really helps us because we don't advertise, and the YouTube algorithms won't place us on their recommended lists unless we get a lot of thumbs up or do advertising, which we don't. So we appreciate that very much. Thank you and have a great day.